everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play XCOM Terror from the Deep. We're about to end turn, but before we do, we need to make sure that all of our other XCOM operatives are in a place of maximum security. In this case, we just want to make sure that there's no stragglers up on the second floor. Can't see anything, so that all seems to be safe enough. Meanwhile, Dove can make a few steps before his energy fails him, and now we can safely end turn. Hidden movement occurs, but we are unfazed by the aliens' advance upon this Earth. We will take our planet back. For my name is Kilkakon, and we will do it. Because Earth is a relatively nice place. I consider it a generally good place to live. Are there any aliens on the roof? Hello, aliens, are you on the roof? Don't think so. Okay. Probably all in the control center. But they tend to like lurking on the roof as well. Okay. Well, Dove can make a few more steps before his energy fails him. A few more steps. There we go. And Pointy Stick, continuing to examine the local area, but nothing to see here. Pointy Stick can even make his way up towards the lift to provide additional reinforcements to the people already on the upper level. Let's end turn. Turn 27. And now the King of Rome penetrates the alien bridge and discovers that there's water underneath it, including a gill man holding one of those disruptor pulse launchers. Man, I'm tripping over my words today. Do it! That's a good job, King of Rome. Rome will be pleased forever after your valorous efforts. It's almost like that movie Air Force One, where the President of the United States is like, I'm just going to single-handedly take out all the terrorists on this plane. And he did it. And you're like, well, that's why you're the President, isn't it? And that's why this man's the King of Rome. Let's end turn, shall we? And that was the final Gillman. The mission has been completed successfully. A score of 475. A brilliant score. With only one XCOM operative eliminated, it was a good mission, almost making up for the fact that we did that horrible terroricide. The score, only minus 600. It's only minus 600, and that's an only thing. So let's go to our research. Research is good on the Aquatoid Soldier. Now our Aquanauts. We'll need to have another man join the squad. We shall have the Spear join the squad. Actually, no, we'll have the Weed Exterminator. I always like having exterminators. They seem to always do an exterminatingly good job. We are low on the thermal shock bombs, so we shall have our engineers get to that. Oh wait, we don't have engineers. No sentry guns in this game. It's all about technicians. Yes. We need another 20 shock bombs. And undoubtedly there are some corpses to sell. God knows what they do with the corpses, but we need to sell them. We also could probably sell some aquaplastics. We don't need over 800 of them. We could sell some alien reanimation zones. Alien cloning. And alien learning arrays. Otherwise, I'm pretty satisfied. We're pretty shocking on the thermal tasers and chemical flares, though. We need to purchase some additional ones of those. So let's go get them, thermal tasers. There's obviously not enough storage space. How are we doing on that front? Base information, we are, of course, completely maxed. Let's sell some more Zerbite and aquaplastics. Once again, we don't need 1,000 Zerbite. While it is a unique element, we don't need over 1,000. We'll have 900. Eventually we'll get an Avenger. Actually, that's the wrong game, isn't it? It's Leviathan in this, I think. I've never actually had it, would you believe? Eventually we'll get the ultimate submarine, and then we can actually start using it as fuel, but for now, we've got so much of it, we're not going to use it. Base information is now satisfied. We can now purchase some additional thermal tasers, as well as... what's it called? Chemical flares. I have finally got the lingo right. Rather than calling them electro flares and stun rods, we are finally to the stage where we've grown up enough to call them what they are. Alright. And now the new equipment has arrived. We've detected a small submarine, which will now launch our Barracuda at the submarine, which is then caught up to and eliminated. Alien sub hit, and it's downed. We have ourselves yet another mission. It's time to intercept and bring it down. Crash site 89, and of course we have the interrogation completed and nothing happened at all. Wasn't that disappointing? Very disappointing. What are we gonna do? Might as well do PWT defenses. Why not? And have two people working on the Gorse defenses. It's time to begin this crash site. It is a deep water crash site, so it might be a bit interesting. But otherwise, it's a pretty standard routine. Of course, we do have the various responsibilities of the commanding officer, who only holds equipment that relates to molecular control. But otherwise, pretty standard loadout, really. Chemical flares is a just-in-case measure, because it is evening. We could have some dusk happening. We may have the situation again where we've overbooked on sonic cannons. But we also see. We shall see. Ah, jolly. Jolly good there. Ah, of course, the ignorant newsreader. Her ignorance astounds us all. We have not enough sonic pulses. And that's because these people were meant to be holding alternative weapons. Just to be safe. Simple soldier, of course we'll need to have that. We'll have the weed exterminator hold this new disruptor launcher. I think that's fair. Ignorant newsreader gets the grenade. And bow and arrow, you can have the thermal shock cannon. And pointy stick, you could have the disruptor pulse launcher. Excellent, we're all loaded out. It is daytime, so the thermal tasers will be okay, but the chemical flares will not be. So far we have established that we are on a corner, so that's good. Makes the mission quite easy, really. Hopefully it's not nothing nasty like, you know, those lobstermen or whatever. But alright, what we'll do is we'll call it a video, and when we come back we'll approach this crash site with impunity.